We're live.
Bananas are in the bread basket.
I'm going to move this table closer to me so I don't have to lean quite so far forward.
The
I wanna
donuts
lean
have
with it.
fallen off
Walk
the
with it.
table.
No,
The
not
nipples
that
are-
donut. Donut.
Oh, I can hear us.
Hey,
Can you guys hear us?
I can hear us.
I can hear us.
Oh boy. Do we sound okay?
Say something, Chris.
I'm saying something, Chris.
Grass.
Chris.
I think so. You guys all said things over Chris saying things 30 seconds ago.
Good.
Neat.
That's how it should be.
Woohoo!
So recap. Basically, you guys told the council in the Adventurers Temple about Pharaoh the Necromancer,
Yeah.
and they seem to recognize the name, and told you to do your best to make it look like you're doing what he wants you to do.
That is accurate.
Yes.
And in the meantime, they're gonna figure out a plan of action on stopping him from doing whatever he is doing and figuring out what that is. And so you guys decided to go take care of a null problem. You jumped on Belmer's boat, and he brought Morty up, and Belmer and Morty started ferrying you across the lake. About halfway across the lake, you fought a plesiosaur,
Nah.
and you nearly sunk Spaghetti. You nearly sunk
Spaghetti.
Belmer's ship by dragging the plesiosaur onto it.
That was a bad idea.
Eh,
I mean, it worked out.
10 out of 10 would do again.
Bad idea. 10 out of 10. I'm adjusting the rolls window because it didn't do things quite right. Oh no.
It's not doing things quite right.
oh, no, indeed.
Yeah, so explanation for the overlay. Just too much trouble with like different people showing up each week to keep them, because I had to change like where cameras were every time that we started a stream. So I decided that we're just going to capture everybody's camera in one capture.
We're still playing NetHack, by the way.
We're still playing NetHack.
Seems
Oh.
I'm down
reasonable.
with NetHack.
Somebody,
Alright, back to NetHack.
somebody change it.
Oh.
Okay.
I can do that. It's dependent on me anyway.
All right.
Uh,
So you guys fought the plesiosaur, and you killed the plesiosaur. And then you
Yeah.
planned to have plesiosaur meals. You might have even had a couple just before the town of Crabapple came into sight. And you saw gnolls chasing people around and buildings on fire. And
I see
then
fire
cliffhanger.
under the trees, and I see
my
fire.
audio has seemingly stopped.
What?
What's
What
going
stopped?
No, I don't know. I just changed my audio device, my output back, and now it's fine again. So, Windows 10 being special. Apparently, you guys still heard me, so
Indeed.
Yep.
it was mostly just me being confused. So that's normal.
All right. So, yeah, you're approaching. Town's on fire. Belmer looks to you guys and says, "Well, I think this is where we part ways. I'll be giving you a dinghy to row yourselves to shore if you're wanting to help."
I guess.
But Morty and I are gonna drop anchor here. We'll wait for you if you like. But we're
Yeah.
not going in there.
If
That's
the fire
fine.
continues to
And
burn,
if you don't
for very
come
long-
back in a day, we're out.
I'm not mad about that.
yeah, that's fine.
That works.
Yeah, if the fire is still burning in a day, then we probably didn't make it.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's a safe assumption to make.
If we're not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Okay. He's like,
All right,
Morty,
so we
the dinghy. And Morty
yeah.
goes over and starts getting the dinghy ready to be lowered into the water.
tell Morty to put his dinghy away.
And he totally doesn't get the joke, and he's just like, but aren't you gonna use it to, go to shore?
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it, bud. We were talking about Wang Dang Doodles. It's okay.
Okay.
It's a joke, Morty.
I'm just happy that this Morty doesn't have a Rick to go along with it.
Right. No,
That's
he's got Belmer.
Yeah. I don't want to get machine gunned.
Captain Belmer.
No more machine guns for a while.
Yeah.
And so you guys are climbing into the dinghy?
Do
Mhm.
suppose
Yep.
so. Let's hope I don't get my pillowcase out here.
Alright.
Yeah, you don't want those pillowcases to be dirty. Then you have dirty pillows.
Dirty pillows.
Fire pillows.
Dirty pillows.
That's what you're gonna get.
I hope not. That also be unfortunate.
Let's also help
Alright.
these pillowcases aren't made from polyester. Because that
Yeah,
stuff will burn and adhere to the skin.
Oh well. Thankfully, most of the pillows are stuffed with. You guys bought silk pillows, or pillowcases anyway.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
only the best for him.
True.
And then most of the pillows these days are just stuffed with feathers. So. Yeah. You get in the dinghy, or you start rowing to shore.
Yeah, we'll get in the dangle dinghy.
Ding,
Yeah.
dang, ding.
Start doing dinghy things and the dinghy do.
Dinghy. Yeah.
So you get to shore, or you're getting close to like the docks. I don't know if you guys can see the map yet.
I can see it on the stream.
Yeah, there's a Crabapple Harbor. You guys are getting close to the docks, and you notice there's a couple of gnolls that look like they just finished killing a couple people.
Those bastards.
They sound like good first victims.
And they one of them like punches the other one on the shoulder and points his spear at you guys coming up toward the dock.
I want to wave at it.
He one of them starts to wave back. The one that got punched in the shoulder, and he gets punched again.
I want to hug the punching one.
Yeah, they start to run up to the end of the dock as you guys are approaching.
Sorry, that was probably loud.
And you're not quite at the dock, so you can't get out of the boat.
Can I
But
just
if
go ahead?
any of you have like ranged abilities, like you can roll initiative now.
Okay, I was gonna ask if I could just go ahead and ice dagger them real quick.
Oh. Dang it, just one sec.
I don't. Oh, I have some javelins. I can throw some javelins. Did you do that on purpose? No, it did that. Is it always the gold one that does that? Yes.
Let's see, what do I have that's ranged? Nothing. Perfect.
I'm prepared.
Just
All right.
the way I like it. Bless you.
Whoa.
It's quite the sneeze there.
Holy cow.
I'm back.
Your wife is having some pretty hearty sneezes.
Yes, she is. Sneezing so hard. Here's another one. Here it goes. Oh, she covered a little more. She wasn't trying to show off.
It's timed.
I have a javelin I can throw.
Cha-cha-cha.
And there was a suggestion in the Twitch chat
Was there?
for other actions from our good buddy Tool the Twitch.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I do have a bow that we picked up earlier.
Oh, you got a spare bow?
Yeah.
Because Dan, do you have proficiency in bows?
I'm not sure I have proficiency in bows. Let me check.
What are you?
Crossbow, long sword, short sword, or simple weapons. Is a bow a simple weapon?
Longbow.
Short bow.
I think so.
I believe so.
I don't know. Excuse me. I could probably just run and jump and take the risk.
Or
Be a pretty long jump. I'd say you guys are probably still about 15 feet from the dock.
That's not bad.
better idea.
have
I could
plus
throw
zero-
you.
That's a
Like-
that's a pretty bad
Oh,
jump
that's-
from a boat. That's like barely enough to hold you guys.
But don't you only need like a 10-foot running start or something?
Well, yeah, but like when you're running, the boat is like doing this.
And if I got a bomb-ass athletics check, I think I could do it, or agility, or whatever.
And then you will
Yeah.
And then I'll be alone on shore with 18 health.
It'd have
points
to
or
be
whatever.
crazy good, because I'd say that you have about like half of the solid footing that you would on flat ground. Because
I
it's
don't
not
wanna
like
go
a super sturdy big boat that holds itself in place. Like it's gonna bob a lot if you try to run and jump off of it.
I don't want to
Short
be alone
bow.
on
It
shore.
looks like they're simple.
Short bows are simple weapons.
All right. Give me that short bow, and I'll have to look up what the thingy for it is.
It's a 1d6.
It's a 1d6.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got javelins I can throw too.
Plus dexterity, right?
Did you guys roll initiative?
No.
Do that.
Fuck.
Well, there goes my good roll.
Can I sneak attack with a bow? No, I cannot.
No, I did pretty good though. Airman, this is 5th edition.
A do 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 la da dee 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 do.
Yes.
Indeed.
I agree.
Whoa, no.
What'd you do?
Thankfully, the knoll you're fighting does not have 211 health. That would be crazy.
We can do it. I believe.
We can take him. You're just gonna have to hug him under the water for a long time.
I can do that.
How
I
good's
think.
your water breathing?
I'm not saying you have to be underwater with him, just that he has to be underwater while you're hugging him.
Okay. So, Frank, you got 21.
I got a 21. 21. But Dan got a 22.
Dalcom got a 22, and
that guy.
Star Bear got 17. Okay, that
Sure, she realizes we're three of us
means
right now.
Falcom goes first.
Okie dokie.
How many of these null thingies are there?
2.
Oh, okay.
Good grief. Okay, that's probably not. That's an ice knife. At just the closest one.
Okay.
I'm hoping that hits against all odds.
AC. No, it does not.
Okay. Well, despite that, they still both need, as long as they're within 5 feet or 5-foot radius of each other, then
Yeah,
they'll need to
they're like
the dex
standing
save.
right next to each other at the end of the dock. So,
All right. Then they'll still both need to make dex saves.
okay.
They have to beat a 13.
Neither one of them do.
Nice. Let me see. I need to 2d6. So they'll take 11 damage.
11 damage. One of them already looks bloody.
Wow.
Craziness. Now it's Frank.
Yeah.
What you gonna do, Frank?
Do Frank stuff
Can I do an athletics check
to row faster.
to propel the boat to the dock? That way, when it's Sexstar's turn, he can be at the docks.
You wanna hold action to throw him, or?
No, I want to use my turn to
row
spin
the
my
boat.
athletics check to use my turn to
Oh.
get the boat to the docks.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab the oar and just power row like a motherfucker.
You got row, fight the power.
Row, and row some more. Where the fuck is skills at? There's skills, athletics, +5. And I am tactically not raging. It's only a 13.
Okay. I say that's enough to get the boat to like coast up to within like 4 or 5 feet by the time it's Starbear's turn. So you could probably just wait half a second and then step onto the dock as the boat approaches it.
There you go, man. Gotcha.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
But that will make it the the stupid Null's turn. The one that got punched twice. And he is going to throw his spear at Ice Knife guy.
It's understandable. I did put a little hurting on him.
He throws his spear. And that is an 11.
Phew. He came up short.
Yeah, his spear like goes off to the left of you and just sploop into the water. And the knoll next to him punches him a third time. And and he like holds up his bow. Like, what are you doing? Use this. And you notice that like after the knoll has thrown his spear at you, he has no melee weapon anymore. So...
Nice.
So smart.
SMRT.
Okay. That makes it 6-star Bear's turn.
Oh shit! I get to do things. So
You
we're
can do
up
it. We
along the
believe in
dock,
you.
or close enough to the dock that I can just.
Yeah, you should be able to just like hop onto the dock as the boat approaches it now.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
I
And
wouldn't even call it part of your movement.
So there's one that's bloodied and one that's not yet.
Right. The one that's bloodied is the one that just threw a spear.
The one that still has a spear, I'm gonna try and get him out of this fight as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna
okay.
stabby with the rapier. 20.
I
Excuse
wonder
me.
if Francis can swim.
Don't risk it.
Find out.
Yeah, that would be bad news, Bears.
I think that doesn't hit, but that's just a guess.
You rolled bad. You should feel bad.
You enrolled worse than I did, somehow.
I do feel bad.
8. Yeah, that's a miss.
I'm
You
gonna,
like go to stab him with your rapier, and he like just smacks it out of the way with his shield.
I'm gonna
He says, nah.
jump back onto the boat. Screw this. I'm out, guys.
Stop dying, Tyler.
Excuse me for a moment. Okay, I'm better.
Yay!
Hooray.
I didn't die
Okay.
this time.
Live the
But
camera of the day.
now it is that Noel's turn that you just tried to smack, and he's going to return your stabs with a stab of his own. He's going to use his spear for melee.
Dang.
He can't do that. That's cheating.
It's far too reasonable.
And does a 21 hit?
You know, it does. I was really hoping it would be a little bit lower than that.
He's pretty good at stabbing.
Apparently.
Okay.
He's got stabby stab powers.
Now it's Frank's turn.
Yeah, he does 4 damage.
That
Ooh,
jerk.
I'm hurt.
It's Frank's turn.
Oh, is it
No.
really?
No, it's not actually. It's Thalcum's turn. Sorry, Dan. I almost
probably-
skipped you.
It's my fault.
It's all good. Am I able to go ahead and get on the dock?
Yeah.
Okay. I will go for the one that appears to be armed still and attempt to give him a little diff-daff with the shillelagh. I thought about doing create bonfire, but I figured adding more fire to the already fire probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt anything.
Light the dock on fire.
Yeah.
First no houses, then no port.
Yeah, might as well get it all.
Yep. If you're gonna do something, you might as well do it right.
I'm disappointed the names I put on the houses aren't showing up on this map.
I'm hoping that that'll be a good hit there. A little bit diff-daff.
Nah. Better diff daff than mine.
18 with 10 damage. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
you say you did
are
that?
you running?
I'm going for the one that's armed.
Okay. The one that just stabbed Starbear?
Yes.
Okay. 10
Did you
damage.
Armed and dangerous.
Are you running that map right out of Hexographer, or did you
No,
export
I
it?
saved it. I exported it as a PNG.
You might double check. There's some tools on Hexographer on the left side that let you choose what you can view. Because when I export maps, it always gives me my text as well. So it's probably just a setting.
Yeah, like it brought the text through. It's just like the resolution is super crappy, so you can't tell what it says.
Oh, that sucks.
That's true.
Okay. Now it's Frank's turn.
Maybe I should make some bonfires after all.
Like these weird looking spiky black and white things on top of the houses are supposed to actually say stuff.
Oh. I just thought that was the center line of the roof.
It's probably itty bitty tiny baby words.
Yeah, they're like 6 font, but when I had them on Hexographer, if I zoomed in, they were legible. But whatever.
You need to, yeah.
Yeah, now the guy that you attacked is bloody. They're both bloody, super bloody, and it's Frank's turn. Frank loves blood.
Just go.
I'm gonna.
Take
So
them
they're both
out.
bloody.
Yeah.
I
You should
cannot.
pick one up and use them to kill the other one.
I can't do that all in one turn because I still only have one attack per turn.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta pick one up and use them as a weapon against the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, picking him up would be considered a grapple, though.
Yeah. And
I'd
then
be
next
willing
turn
to-
I can.
I'd be willing to wait on my turn if you could, in fact, use them as a weapon against the other one.
I don't have proficiency with improvised weapons, so I don't know if I would get any damage. I'm just gonna hit him in the face real hard with my hammer. The guy who was punching the other one.
Okay.
That's equipment. I need actions.
The only guy that's done damage this fight.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll my attack die, hop up on the dock, grab my big ass hammer. I am still not going into rage. And that's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
I'm going to deal my damage. I need to type it all in right. And I have, what is it, my Savage Attacker feat, where I get to roll the damage twice, once a turn, and take the higher. So that's 8 damage that I deal to his face with a hammer.
Pow.
Nice. Um, 8 damage that you deal to his face caves his face in.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's Why? Frank's just gonna yell at him, just like, "That's why you're nice to your friends."
And he's like, it's
We
great.
should keep the other guy alive.
Are we gonna recruit him and try to teach him how to be a good person also?
That's my intention.
Yeah, speaking of the other guy, he screams out in a hyena-y way. I'm not gonna try to mimic a hyena. I've never been good at that. But then
You've seen the Lion King, right?
he's like, and
Oh, that was
he-
bad. Yeah, you shouldn't
yeah,
have done that.
no. And then he
We just lost 3 followers.
he pulls out his bow and shoots at you.
I was trying to be friends with him.
Yeah, he decided that he didn't like that you crushed his friend's face.
His friend was
Detail.
hitting him.
Long bow. Oh. He he's really not a smart guy. He like lets go of the front of the bow instead of the back. And it smacks his knuckles and he drops the bow.
Boy, he's just not having a good day. What a silly boy.
Yeah, he is not having a good day. And then he like snarls and just like starts to run at you. You can tell that he's about to run at you, but it is not his turn now anymore. It is Sexstar Bear.
Aha! My turn again. So there's only one dude left, right?
Yeah, he's about 10 feet away. You guys are like right at the end of the dock. He's a little ways back.
I'm gonna walk gently over
Yep.
to him.
Hey there, Earman. That's what I did. Head on, applied directly to the forehead.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes, it does because he lowered his shield to take out his bow.
Awesome. Loser.
But it,
And am I the only one within melee range of him? Or did Frank move up as well? Or Falcon, either one.
No,
I'm
Frank
alright
just killed the other one.
Okay. I'm gonna gently slide my rapier in between his ribs.
8. He spits out blood just like
Like
that. And then he just goes, and he's not quite dead. He's like gurgling blood out of his mouth as he growls at you.
Is he still laying on the ground?
Hmm?
Is that Knoll still lying on the ground? Or did
But-
he get up? Or was I
I
mistaken?
don't
He was
remember
never
him
on the ground.
falling over. No.
Maybe I was just thinking.
No, he just has
Fine.
a rapier in his ribs now.
Oops.
And he's growling like the orc at the end of the first Lord of the Rings.
It's probably
Sure.
a little uncomfortable.
And now it's the dead Null's turn, and he's dead. So it's Falcom's turn.
Let's go ahead and see if I can get the other one real quick here.
He
let's see
decided to stay dead. What an idiot.
That guy.
My man.
You should always accept the resurrection when it's offered.
Let's see. Looks like that'll be another good hit.
Yes.
Not too bad damage. I'm going bip bap.
Nice.
I'm only actually hitting
Yeah.
him one time, you know.
And the growling stops with a resounding thump.
As it should. Poor guy, except not really.
0 health for the null. Okay.
These assholes.
Now what are you doing? There are definitely still like fires farther in, or you could like examine the bodies that they killed.
The dead are
Uh,
still going to be dead. I would say move further in towards the fires.
I'm tempted
Okay.
to just take a quick look at them, just if there's anything of noteworthiness on them. Do they just look like common folk, or, you know?
One of them looks pretty rough. Like, I mean, just like they both look rough from being killed, but one of them looks like his lifestyle was a little rough. Like he's wearing sort of rag type clothing. Like he just works the docks all day. And the other one is has a little finer clothing. Looks like maybe he owns some property on the docks, possibly.
Maybe we should figure out where that property was so we can take it for ourselves.
Just pillow monster just observing dead people.
Yeah. It's part of natural life, I assume.
Okay. At this point you hear like a scream from down the road.
Let's
Oh.
fucking go.
That'll probably be attention grabbing, so.
And you head down the road, and there's a couple of trees to your right, and the second one, there's a female woman, like sitting on the ground, pinned against a tree with her hands up like this, and there are 3 more gnolls with spears pointed at her.
I want to run straight at them, go into my rage as I'm running at them, and then leap into the air, diving onto all 3 of them. Just like do a cross body block.
from behind them.
If I can, yeah.
Okay.
Just like imagine me flying from the top rope. That's my game right there.
Go get some wrestling on them.
All right.
We need to get you some pokey armor.
Hopefully they don't poke me back as I'm flopping on the ground after my wrestling move.
Roll for attack.
Is that an attack or an athletics check?
Let's go for athletics check.
That's what I'm talking about. 'Cause since I'm raging, I get advantage.
Oh.
God, I did horrible. Twice. It's a 9. I rolled so bad.
Oh, that's good.
I rolled really bad. I tend to do that.
So you run up real fast and go "Rah!" and like you jump up in the air, turn sideways to do a body flop, and you totally like misjudge where you need to be as you're turning sideways to do this flop. Your chest hits the one to your right, and your fingertips just like brush the back of the one in the middle. So you just get one guy.
It counts. I mean, it's at least one.
And he
Not-
but you and he fall to the ground.
Okay.
So you're
I'm
both
counting.
prone, and he. I'm gonna say your body's an improvised weapon. How do we do that?
1d6.
Okay, yeah. Sounds right to me. You do 4 damage to him.
Oh, snap.
Hey, that's something.
Let me figure out how much health he has real quick. Okay.
How comparable to Tickle Me Elmo is he as far as his health goes?
He's a little bit better than a Tickle Me Elmo.
Shit.
Okay. And at this point, you need to roll initiative. Oh, and he also like dropped the spear he was shaking at her.
You know what?
You might have
I'm gonna call that.
might have done yourself a favor, because the two on the outsides were like shaking their spears at her, but the one in the middle actually had it pointed at her. So you could you could have body slammed yourself into the back of him and stabbed her accidentally.
You know what? I'm really bad at math, especially that fancy math like trigonometry. I wouldn't have held myself responsible for that.
Oh man, who knew that was gonna happen?
She was clearly asking for it.
Okay.
Okay, that she definitely seemed like the victim in this.
Was that third roll your
But-
initiative?
Yeah, that third roll's my initiative.
Okay.
That was
Yeah, that
Oh, we're re-rolling. Sorry.
So Frank
unfortunately
got
that
15.
10 is also my initiative, so it did not do well this time.
initiative.
Okay. 6-star bear got 22.
Nice. Futzing with the camera.
I operate off of multiple laptops. I'm trying to get it so my laptops.
Okay. Man.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means 6-star bear goes first.
Mm.
6-star bear.
Woohoo.
Do your bear things.
I'm gonna do my bear thing.
Do your
My bear
sexy
business.
star bear things.
My sexy bear business. So there are 3 thingies. The one that's like shocked by having Chuck thrown at them, I'm gonna stab them.
Okay.
What's my add? +6.
Ooh. I bet that's it.
I hope it is.
God damn. That's a roll right there.
Chris, does 25 hit?
No. No, you missed. Yeah.
Damn.
They're
It
invincible.
fucking hits. Okay. 6 damage. Okay. And that makes it Frank's turn again.
All right. So I'm lying on the ground.
Yeah. Yes,
the
sure
the guy
are.
next to me, he's still on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to stand up, using my move action to stand up.
Okay.
And then I want to use my big ass hammer, and I want to try and squish the guy that's on the ground. Seeing as he's prone, I'll have advantage.
Yeah.
So my first attack and my second attack. So it's a 23 to hit.
That
that'll do
hits. Yeah.
6 plus. Oh, and I'm raging, so that becomes a 5. Hang on a second. I get to do that again. Okay, 15 damage. all in a head squishing action.
Eh.
Does he squeeze?
Does it squish?
Ooh, 15. Jesus. Yeah, he's
God, you have
not
some good
quite dead, but he looks terrible.
Dang.
That asshole.
He does not squeeze.
He sounds like he's wheezing and gurgling blood and just like all sorts of awful.
So standing up uses
And
half my action, I think,
yeah, it uses half your movement.
or half my movement. I would like to try and spend the rest of my movement to try and stand in front of the lady between
Okay.
her and the gnolls.
And as you stand in front of her, she says, "Be careful. They're smart." And
That's what I do. I laugh and I say, I'm not.
right after she says that, and then you say that, the gnoll in the middle that was pointing his spear directly at her, like after witnessing, like his friend getting fallen on and then stabbed and then hit with a hammer, he's like, "What's going on?" he says it in common.
Oh.
This is a surprising turn of events. Can I respond to him? Are we still in initiative order?
We're still in initiative order. Like you stood up, smashed him, walked over.
Yeah,
She talked,
Yeah.
you talked, he talked. I think
that would be the end.
we'll move on. You can you can say
That's
something
why I asked.
during the next turn if you'd like.
Yeah.
But
I'm good with that.
that makes it the next Noel's turn. And this is the Noel that just asks what the hell's going on. And he is going to take a stab with his spear at you. And it's a 14.
My AC is 15.
Ooh.
Nice.
That guy can go poop on a sun deck.
Okay then.
Alright. Yep, he just snarls at you as you deflect his spear. And then now it is Falcon.
Yay!
Yay!
He just attacked. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to whack him in the back.
Whack of the back.
Yep. I'm gonna wacko his backo.
Oh.
Oh baby.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
I hope he'll be even more shocked when he's attacked by a pill person, because that's the reaction I'm really hoping I get out of him. I should get advantages on all stealth roll, like all stealth movement.
Yeah.
Just because it's so shocking.
Well, because I'm covered in pillows, so I should move very quietly.
I mean, but you're pretty big though, so you're hard to miss.
I do have some features that help me stealth.
8 damages. Who'd you hit?
The one who attacked Frank.
Oh, the one that was talking?
Yeah. I really want to surprise him with my pillow form.
What'd you do? I needed ice. Sorry.
I wacko his backo.
He attacked as a pillow monster. The one that said, "What the hell's going on?"
I'm just gonna say this as I attack him.
Nice.
So he gets like thunked in the back of the head, and he like turns, and he's like, just reiterates, but more like exasperated. He's like, "What the hell is going on?" Because now he's getting hit by a pillow person. But that'll make it next Noel's turn. Oh no, wait a minute. I took health away from the wrong person.
Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Now we're getting
Dude.
sued.
Doot,
Yay.
doot, doot.
They don't exist anymore. They
Doot,
can't sue.
doot, 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 doot. But someone bought the rights to that company just so they can sue.
I mean,
Alright.
you're not wrong.
I want
The
something
Knoll that is not almost dead and has not said anything says, just kill it! And, like, goes to stab you and fucking...
He says, kill it like Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, and he goes to stab you, but, like, misjudges your anatomy because you're so poofy from your pillows, and he just, like,
Nice.
stabs right through the edge of a couple of your pillows, and his spear, like, when he brings his hand back, doesn't come with him. It's, like, stuck in your pillows.
Mine now.
Alright,
Perfect.
and now it's the Knoll that's almost dead's turn. He uses half a movement to get up, and then he uses the rest of his movement to run over to his spear, and uses his action to pick it up. So that brings it to Sexstar Bear again.
Hey.
These
So there's
Knolls
the one
are
that's almost dead and the one that isn't at all dead. I'm gonna stab the one that's almost dead.
Okay.
these Knolls are like a comedy show.
It's great.
Knolls are like that.
3.5 Knolls.
Non-natural 20.
Oh boy.
1d8 plus 4. 7 damages.
Nice. 7 cabbages.
7 whole cabbages?
Yes.
What?
I can't even begin to comprehend what that means. I can't even begin to comprehend what that
Yo
means.
mama is a messy asshole. Sometimes you just gotta
man.
sing.
I take offense to that.
Sometimes.
I like to sing.
I like to sing. Well, insulting people.
Fa la 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 la.
Fa la 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 la, use a dick. See? It's like modern art.
Alright.
Uh-huh. Just like it.
So this Knoll, like, gets up, stumbles over to his spear, like, uses it to right himself, and then looks at it, nods approvingly that he got it, and then turns around and gets stabbed through the eye by a rapier.
The joke's on you, guy.
Alright. And now
So
it's...
is he actually dead?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
No, like your rapier went out the back of his skull.
Ah, just the way I like it.
And now it's Frank's turn.
The guy who talked the first time.
Uh-huh.
I wanna go hug him.
Okay.
I wanna hug him real hard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
he
have
said-
advantage on this.
What the hell is going on? And then he
What?
turned
18.
around because he got hit in the back of the head, and now you're hugging him from behind.
This
Yeah, I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna hug him with an
Poor
18
guy.
athletics or an 18 athletics check. Does that grapple him?
18 athletics check. Let's see. Yes. Yes, you grapple him.
All right, and then I want to hug him real tight. I'd be like, while I got him hugged, I want to whisper in his ear. Tell your friend to drop it, and we can resolve this peacefully.
Okay.
And that's where I'll leave my turn.
That would actually make it his turn. And like, Falcom, you would see this because you're staring right at him because you just thunked him.
Mhm.
And he gets this sudden look of recognition on his face, and his eyes go a little wide. And he, like, his eyes just, like, dart back and forth between you and his friend. And he shouts out, "Drop it!"
Frank for the win.
And his friend goes, "What?" He's, "Drop it!" And he notices that his friend is grappled, and he, like, drops his spear on the ground. And yeah. Now
Alright.
the one guy is sort of just standing there without his weapon, staring at you guys, looking between his friend that's being grappled and his friend that's just a bloody hunk of meat on the ground.
That's how it
Okay.
is.
Are we leaving initiative?
Yeah, you're out of initiative
Okay.
now.
I wanna let go of the guy that I got grappled.
Okay.
Be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
What?
Why are you attacking these people?
Because Knowles always be physically superior. Now we have smart.
Doesn't
How
look
did you
to
get
look
Nothing
smart?
stop us.
Well, I just stopped you, right? And like, I hate to say it, I'm not very smart, and it seems like I'm smarter than you. And I'm way more physically superior. And I'm fucking handsome.
And he's like, "You delusional."
So you and your boys are attacking this town of innocent people because someone made you smart. Who made you smart?
Groof, Gra.
What's the name of that wizard asshole that we're supposed to be working for? But not the name this Noel's trying to say.
No, he's like trying to pronounce something that starts with a G, but he's having a hard time remembering the full name of the person. He's a Gra Gra Grafnor?
The
What
fucking
kind of-
name and a half right there.
Well,
He
There's
totally
too many
sounds completely unsure about that, by the way.
what's a Grafnor do? Or is what is a Grafnor?
He knows crazy thing with spells.
Where can we find this dude?
Do things nobody else does. He says, "Nobody find him. he find you if he want.
Mm.
How many are in your troop here? How many did he make smart?
He just starts counting on his fingers. And he does really slowly counts all of his fingers, then he switches to the other hand, and then he looks down at his feet and starts pointing.
No, when he starts to look at his hand, I'm gonna hold my hands up next to him, so he can use my hands for counting too.
Okay. Well, he finishes with his toes, and then he starts counting your fingers.
All right.
And he's like, and then he counts 3 of your toes as well, and he's like, that many?
How many fingers and toes does he have? Has he got the full 5 and 5, or is he,
So a couple. Bonus a couple.
is he? I don't know the anatomy of gnolls.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the anatomy of gnolls. I don't know if he would have all of them, but we'll just say that he basically he counted to like 30, 33, 34, something like that.
Okay. So 33, 34.
So if Falcom and
Minus-
Starbear were paying attention, they know how many. So
Yeah,
All right.
33.
We'll go. So 33 minus the 2 on the docks and this one, that puts us at 27. So there's only like 15 more to go.
Yeah. We got this.
and
I was hoping
he
one
sort
of you would catch how badly I mathed right
No.
there.
Oh no.
We're just
My
letting it go.
intelligence is not any better than yours, so.
Mine's negative
Like-
1.
the
Oh,
knoll
mine is 10 or 11. So.
Mine's not that bad. What is it? I have a 12. I'm just letting it go.
the knoll that you got
Okay.
to surrender and put his spear down, like when you say so there's only 15 left, he kind of just like nods in agreement.
He probably doesn't even know what that means.
All right. So I want to tell you, Knoll friends here, a little secret. Your wizard friend who made you smart, he has visited me before, and he gave me the ability to make people smarter. I want you two to stand still.
And their ears both kind of like perk up, like point upward.
So I want to see if I can still make people smarter. I want you two to stand still with your eyes closed, and I'm going to see if I can still do the spell right to make you guys smarter, okay?
And they both like look at each other, like they're surprised to hear this, but also pleased. And so they both like stand right next to each other and just sort of like.
Okay, I grab my hammer. Sexstar, you're a rogue?
Yes.
All right, I point you out to one of them, and I take the other.
All right. I got you.
And I'm
I'll be
gonna-
ready to come up behind if they fail to kill either of them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cattle one of them and hit him as hard as I can in the center of their forehead with
And
my
you
hammer.
see, like the woman that's up against the tree, like sees this happening, and she just looks at it like.
Man,
like
you might
like-
want to look away or the spell won't work. I'm just going to tell her that.
she like.
Run spell.
I'll tell her that.
All right,
She like shields her face.
so yeah,
She actually like runs around to the other side of the tree.
All right, I hit one of them as hard as I possibly can in its forehead, trying
Nice
to
stab.
kill it in one brutal blow.
Okay, I'll say you don't have to roll
Okay.
because they're sitting there waiting for it.
Yeah, they sure.
Force Sad. I do the same thing at the same time.
All right. Problem solved.
Nice. What did you roll,
do
Tyler?
Do we need to roll damage?
Damage.
I thought you said we didn't need to roll. Oh, damage?
Yeah.
Let's.
There's my damage for in case any of them don't appear to be dead.
Hold on.
Okay.
I got 11.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let you.
I got an 11 as well.
I'll let each of you get 2 hits in, because they're going to be crazy surprised. And then, Dan, you can hit one of them.
Are there rules for coup de grace? I don't know.
Not in the current edition. There were in previous editions.
Yeah.
7 for my second damage.
So, 11 and 7?
Ooh,
Yeah,
I only
18 altogether.
5 the second time. 16 damage total.
Okay. Did you roll, Dan? Well, actually, yeah, one of them is still alive. One of them collapses, and the other one is actually the one that talked first and was being interrogated.
Okay, then I do an additional 8 damage to him.
Okay.
I rolled mine ahead of everybody else because I don't know.
He is pretty hardy. He's still just barely up.
Now started. Do I get 2 attacks on him as well, or just 1?
Just let's say just 1.
Okay. Dang it.
And he actually like turns away from you guys and just starts running down the road into town.
Oh shit. Do I got enough time to grab one of my spears and chuck it at him?
Yeah, I'd say you could do that. His speed is 30. So,
Can I attempt to short bow him?
and 30 feet's not quite enough for him to get around any sort of cover.
I don't have any melee weapons, but
Yeah, you can.
A ranged weapon?
That's what I meant.
Yeah, any of the ranged weapons will do.
That's 17 to hit for me.
Yeah, that hits.
Thank goodness you did, because I didn't.
It's only 6 damage though.
That's just enough.
Nice.
It goes like right in the base of his spine, above his bum. And he just falls forward on his face. Unceremoniously.
Yeah, that jerk.
Who's smarter now?
Butt face.
And the woman comes out from behind the tree. She's like, huh.
Make sure that he's all right.
Yeah, she as soon as it seems like everything is safe in your current vicinity, she asks you if you saw a man by the docks that looks a little more well-dressed than should be for a dock worker.
We did. Unfortunately, he was not well.
And she gets this really wide-eyed look and says, no! And, like, starts running toward the docks.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't have anything to change that outcome, so.
Yeah,
No.
we've still got, what? There's 33 of them. We still got 28 more gnolls to kill.
Something like that.
27, I think. Was there 2 or 3 at the dock?
There's
We
2 at
killed
the dock.
There were 2 at the
And
dock,
3 here.
and you just killed 3.
Okay, so 28.
Let's go kill some more gnolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go make him X Knolls.
You get
Yeah.
a little ways more up the road. It opens up into like a crossroads with a ton of buildings. This is like a smaller town, but you could consider it a city just for density's sake, because it's really densely packed.
Oh, and as
there's-
we're moving, I snatched my javelin out of that guy's back.
Okay. And yeah, he started to veer right, which would have led him right around the town hall.
I think that's the direction we need to go then.
And
I assume he was looking for friends, so let's go find friends.
yeah,
Yes.
you can see somewhat ominous light inside of the town hall, like there's some fire going on in there, and you hear a couple things break.
Hmm.
You run up to the town hall, and you run up the steps, and there's two big wooden doors, and one of them is like fallen over on its side and charred. And you look inside, you can see a couple of things burning, like a desk and a table.
Is there anybody inside?
It doesn't look like there's anybody in the front. But you guys,
I want to yell out to see if anybody answers.
yeah. Somebody does hear you. You hear somebody shout, "Help!" What sounds like from up the stairs to your left.
Well, it sounds like we're going into the fire.
Oh yeah.
I do suppose so.
All right. Did you run up the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay. You get to the top of the stairs. There's looks like there's living quarters up here, like the really fine living quarters, like possibly the mayor made a home for himself on the second floor of the town hall. And he's currently like huddled behind the bed, just sort of crouched down on the other side of it.
Is there a window in this room?
Yeah, there's one that looks out the front of the town hall across the town.
How far down is it from this window to the ground?
This window is sort of like above the top of the steps. So it's like from the window to the top of the steps would probably only be about 12 feet, but then the steps continue down for like another 6 or 7 feet.
I want to snatch this dude up.
Okay.
And then do I think I can get back out the way I came?
Yeah, it looks like you could. I mean,
Okay.
there's
Yeah, I'll just
mostly just small fires here and there inside the building. The building is mainly made out of stone. It's just some of the furniture has been caught fire. Most likely just because gnolls think it's fun to light things on fire.
You're not wrong.
Okay. Then I'll just carry him out.
Alright. He says, "Oh, thank you, stranger."
You got it there, friend, buddy.
It's like
How?
I'm definitely not a warrior. I didn't know if there were any more gnolls down the stairs. I feared to run out.
There's at least a bunch of them.
Oh,
But not right here, so.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hopefully. We'll find out. I hope not, because I have a bad habit of throwing things that I'm carrying at things that are trying to hurt me.
You said, have you cleared any places? Is there anywhere that's safe right now?
The dog.
Maybe the docks. I don't know. Just why don't you hang out with us? Nah, or maybe not. I don't know.
I fear that you're going into battle. I don't want to do that.
We are going into battle. You ever gone into battle before?
Battle view.
No. That
It's
you said I tried a bit of training in my youth, but alas, fighting was not my strong suit. And now he disappears underneath a crate.
he disappeared.
Wow.
No.
Where did he go?
Ah,
Fake it until you become the mayor.
He
He's back.
he heard
He's a
one of
fucking
you
magician.
mention the docks, and he starts. He's not the type to run, but he is walking very briskly toward the docks.
Would you say he's skedaddling?
Hey, I want to stop him.
He is skedaddling.
Like, hey, come back here.
he's power walking.
What?
We
Right.
have a little boat at the docks.
Don't tell him that. He'll take it.
Oh,
Don't you take? He's gonna see it when he gets there anyway. Don't you take it? Because our ride's not coming back for a while, and
you have evacuation waiting at the docks?
Sure.
No.
Yep.
if you go wait there, you can leave with us. But the boat's not taking anyone unless we're there with it. So trying to steal our boat and leave us behind won't do you any good.
Okay.
So go wait at the docks.
Okay. He starts walking briskly toward the docks again. Skedaddling.
Is he-
Okay.
He's mall walking his way there.
That guy's gonna steal our boat.
You look around, you see plenty of like shops and things like that. They're not all on fire. But you can, if you take a quick look around, like in front of the town hall is a pretty good place to get a view of the town. You can see a couple of buildings that are on fire. There's like a huge arena that sounds like there's quite a bit of chattering coming from it.
Well, maybe we should go to that arena.
Yeah. Although chattering makes me a little nervous.
There is like cackling as well.
Oh yeah, there's definitely
Particular.
Noli boys there.
Yeah.
We should come up with an idea on how to make this work a little better.
In which way?
Well, I presume we're going to go to the arena. And we're going to go and kick down the doors and say something heroic. And a whole poop load of gnolls are going to run at us.
Yeah, and I don't think we can
We-
handle 20-some gnolls running at us.
That would be not good. So I think we
here.
should come up with some kind of trap or some kind of something.
I came here to take naps and fight gnolls, and there's way too many gnolls left.
Can we do a look for like a barrel of tar or pitch or a barrel of flammable booze?
What if there was a barrel of monkeys?
Yeah, there's a just to the west of the town hall. There's a place called Moot, and that's probably
Tool that
got some barrels alcohol
okay.
in it.
We should go look and see if we can find some barrels full of flammable items, flammable liquids. Tool
Okay.
Twitch said that Dan should just shapeshift into Nessie.
Oh yeah, he knows. He learned Nessie, didn't he?
I did,
I-
but I'd
I
have to
don't
go
know.
somewhere and hide from you while I did it, so that way I didn't lose my illusion of being a pillow monster.
That's true. But yeah, I want to go to this store and see if I can find some barrels of flammable liquid.
The question is, can a Nessie do well outside of the water?
That's a question.
You could drop on somebody. Yeah, you go inside Moots. You start looking around. There's definitely a bunch of barrels around.
Are they full of
If
fluids?
you go like behind the bar, there's a few barrels. Yeah, they're all full of fluids. Some of them smell pretty potent.
All right. I want to grab a couple of those barrels.
Rocket fuel.
What's
And,
that?
High test rocket fuel.
I need a torch too.
Falcom has
Create
fire.
You have create bonfire.
Yeah, I think we could do that.
So here's an idea. We get as many barrels as we can carry. We kick in the front door to the stadium. We say, "Come get it, you bitches." I throw a couple barrels. You create bonfire on it to send it up in a blaze of fire. And then I throw a couple more barrels at people coming in. You create bonfire them.
Sounds okay.
Okay.
And
we
then
could
maybe
try
after we have a good fire
Try
going,
and
we
pour
run.
one out too, and like make our own wall of fire sort of thing too.
I'd say you could each carry probably 2 barrels. They're not like huge barrels.
They're not like casks.
Well, I was thinking after we maybe take some of them out, we could then run and hide.
We'll have yeah. That should work.
They're like about twice the size of like the type of tiny barrel that someone would use to give people samples. They're about 2 or 3 times the size of that.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I grab a couple barrels.
I will as well. And if you give me a moment, I'm going to get a small barrel out of my fridge.
Okay.
And Too Old to Twitch, we are definitely not thinking that far ahead.
What's happening?
Too Old to Twitch asked, what about the civilians? I'm not thinking about civilians.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not at all. Not in the least.
There we go. I have acquired my small aluminum barrel.
That kind of aluminum barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
All right. Let's go kick a door down and throw some barrels and start some fires.
Okay.
We'll have to make sure we don't throw them at people. I suppose.
You know what? You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet.
I know, but you gotta break a few humans to wind up in prison for life. So
That is also accurate.
All right. So you guys start heading toward the arena.
Yeah.
Yep.
You walk past. To get toward the arena, you have to walk past the building next to Moots, which is called the Fine Thread.
Oh.
And you actually hear a guy shout within it, like, "No, not my clothes!"
I suppose we should probably
Can I
stop
go
in there.
peek in that store?
I'll set my barrels down outside.
You say you want to go peek in the store?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna set my barrels down for a second so I can.
Yeah. I'll
help.
set my barrels down as well, and then go up and look into the store.
You go inside. There's an old man with his hands up like this,
Old man.
and he's like shouting at this single gnoll that seems to be having a bit of fun with him, just holding a torch near his fine clothes that he sells, threatening to light them on fire.
What a monster.
I want to call out like, hey, leave that old man's
And
trousers alone.
the gnoll goes, huh? And you yeah, he when you shout, hey, leave that old man's trousers alone, he throws the torch at you and then like runs out the side door of the establishment. There's a couple of doors on this particular building. But he sees two armored people and a pillow monster walk in. All obviously armed, and he's just one gnoll, and he's smart enough to know not to do that.
Just have to try and figure out where he went.
Well, let's get back to our burning business.
And
Yeah.
the old man, when he throws the torch, shouts, "Not my clothes!"
I'll actually tuck that torch under my arm and pick my barrels back up.
Okay.
We might need that.
I assume you do something to try and put it out first.
Just keep them
Yeah, I
separate.
guess.
Okay. I'm not gonna go through the trouble of trying to ask you how you put it out. We'll just say you put it out. Yeah. The old man says, "Thank you."
You got it, Frank. Go down to the docks
Frank.
and wait with the mayor. Wait, no, that's my name. Sorry. Go to the docks.
You.
Wait with the mayor.
If it's all the same to you, I'll stay here.
Okay, bye.
He's like, but you're welcome to a discount once you drive them out. No.
All right.
Noted.
And yeah.
I might need
so
some new
you
pillowcases. So.
you go back out the way you came, or you follow the gnoll out the door?
I go back the way I came. I want to go continue on to the arena.
Okay. Yeah, you go toward the arena, and you come up. When you approach the arena, there's like a crossroads between the Fine Red and the arena. There is the arena itself is massive, like impossible to miss. It's probably like 3 stories high as far as like building height goes, and it's 100 to 150 feet wide. And there's a you look to the left. There's a big building next to it with a sign on it that says KBA sign up. And
It says what?
KBA sign up. Abbreviation. It's Crabapple Arena sign up. You know.
Oh, I was thinking it was like Knoll Bowling Association sign up.
Maybe.
They
Join the No Bowling League.
They didn't want to use 2 vowels in their acronym, so they just used the consonant right before the vowel in the second word. So.
Okay.
They didn't want to
Yeah.
be Ka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call sign up.
All right.
But there's a huge archway entrance on the front of the arena. And then there's also the KBA sign up. You can see there's like some smithing tools and a desk, looks like, with some papers on it where they accept people into the arena. So there's a side entrance.
Ooh, No, let's just. I think we should just go through the main entrance.
Okay.
My plan is to throw some barrels, start some fires, and then run.
That's fair.
All right. You go up to the main entrance, and there's a huge portcullis, like an iron gate with spikes at the bottom of it that's like down. You can see through the bars, and there's a few gnolls, like probably about 5 of them, all sort of like cackling and pumping their spears up in the air, and they're forming a bit of a circle around 2 humans that it looks like they're forcing them to fight each other.
Mm.
And there's a couple of wooden doors to either side of the portcullis with that are open with like stairs that lead up into the stands.
You know what? I think I have a better idea on how we can handle this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys still there? Because it looks like the video's locked.
I'm still here.
We're still here.
I'm still here.
Can you hear us?
Oh, they're caught up. Maybe it was just my end. An idea on how I think we can handle this.
Okay.
We should call out to the gnolls. Say, hey, come let us in. I want to see the fight. I brought booze.
Why not?
And then
Let's do it.
they'll come and they'll open the gate and they'll let us in, and then we'll throw the barrels of booze at them and light it on fire.
Smart.
Okay.
That's why we put
That's
you in charge.
What's that?
That's why we put you in charge.
I am the smart one in the group.
Is that consensus, or is the pillow monster gonna object?
I almost want to see it happen.
All right. I call out to the gnolls. Hey, let us in. We want to see the fight, and we brought booze.
And
I
all 5 of the
Signal up with my
gnolls
barrels.
stop pumping their spears and like turn their heads toward the portcullis. And then the 2 men that were fighting each other also stop and look. And they sort of exchange glances, and the largest gnoll there strides over. And he's probably about a foot taller than the rest of the gnolls. And he points his spear at the barrels, and then he like looks up at you, and he's like, we destroy your town. Why you?
I don't live here. I'm from across the lake. I came for some booze and some action at the arena, and here I have booze and action at the arena.
It's everything I want.
Right?
He
Maybe the only other thing I would want besides this is some grilled meat or some shit.
Yeah, he kind of looks confused for a minute, and he turns around and he looks at the other gnolls, and he like sort of like motions with his spear for one of the other ones to come over. And he's like, "What?" No. And he says, "They say they're from Big Town, across the water. And they want to watch the fight." And the other one that came up, he's like, "What's in the barrels?"
Booze.
And they sort of
I'll offer
exchange
him one of 'em.
glances.
Like, I came to drink, I came to fight, I came to eat, and I'll offer them one of my barrels.
The portcullis bars are far enough apart. One of the barrels could fit through. And
Okay.
he grabs the barrel and it sort of catches him off guard because the barrels are quite a bit larger to the gnolls. And he goes, "Your friend's weird." He points at the big pillow person.
You know, we're all special in our own way. Now, this pillow person, he's actually a magician. He can make things grow and shrink in size,
Oh.
including barrels of booze.
And he turns around and
Wildly
he says,
cool.
"You should make one of those other humans grow."
It doesn't work on living creatures.
Yeah.
We tried. The results are a bit bloody.
You want to see his trick on how he makes barrels bigger or smaller, full of booze? He'll make that barrel of booze you're holding right there twice the size.
They exchange glances one more time, and he's okay. And he
All right, let us in.
points
We'll set it up.
points at the bigger gnoll, and the bigger gnoll comes over and like kind of grunts, like he's not sure this is a good idea. And he like grabs the chain on the portcullis and starts pulling it down.
As a matter of fact, we've got one barrel for each of you.
Yeah, actually. Well, here, hang on. Why don't we do this?
He goes, "You got 6 barrels."
Well, we've got a
One for us
spare.
to share.
This guy seems to have a little bit more vocabulary than the previous intelligent
Well,
gnolls you've spoken
We
to.
can share one amongst ourselves.
All right. Well, Hank, before we get on who's drinking what, let's make this barrel you're holding a whole lot bigger. So the trick is, and I want just to kind of cool magic trick here, guy.
And
We're gonna set it on the ground.
the bigger gnoll is like staring at you like that, still listening intently as he's pulling on the chain. And the portcullis is
Is
just about completely
high enough?
up. No, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll step through into the group of them, and I want to step to where like the fighters were fighting at. And I'm like,
Okay.
all right, set your barrel down right here. Did he do it?
And, he looks at the other gnolls and he says, "Hold off for a minute. This magic person says he can make barrels of booze twice the size." And he sets the barrel down and like backs up.
All right, now all of you come here. We need everyone to put one hand on the barrel, except for our magic friend back there. And I'll put one of my hands on the barrel.
And they all like, he sort of reluctantly puts his hand on the barrel, and then the other 3 smaller gnolls do it, and then the big one is like, "This is stupid." He's like,
It's
"I don't
fine.
like
We're all-
this." He just,
It's hey,
you said you couldn't
do
make
you-
people bigger.
yeah, but we can make
No.
barrels of booze. What would you rather have, bigger people or bigger booze?
And he like comes up really slowly, and he's like, "I just don't see why we're putting our hands on the barrel."
Trust
It's
me,
about
it's just
collection
so
of
you.
energy. Collection of energy.
Hang on, I'm still holding the other barrel. You guys stay here. I'm gonna go set it down over there because I don't want it to get too big and I accidentally drop it and we waste good booze. So then I'll walk away a few feet, set the barrel down,
And then I'm gonna cast bonfire on it. Not the one he set down, but the one they're all on.
Stay there. I'm gonna set this one up.
Yeah,
Okay.
As soon as he's clear, I'm gonna create bonfire.
All right. Shit. How are we gonna roll the damage for this? I think I'm gonna just make it act like a fireball.
That's what I was going to suggest. What are you doing? Not you guys.
It's a 5 foot cube. So create bonfire should also damage them in addition to this exploding. So
Okay.
yeah, the bonfire ignites flammable objects in that area. So
All right.
hopefully we get most of them in one shot.
Yeah. You go over and you set the other barrel down, and the big guy takes his hand off the barrel again, and he starts to walk over toward you, because he's decided he's had enough of this clowning around, and he takes like 2 steps away from the barrel before Falcom gets the bonfire off, and the barrel just and the couple of dudes that they were forcing to fight were not in on this. They weren't quite 20 feet away. So they just barely get hit by, like, singed on their hair a bit. One of them gets hit with like a board from the barrel.
Nice.
And so they both fall over. They're like, ah, Jesus. Whoever that is. But,
If any of them don't immediately get wrecked by the exploding barrel, then they can try to hit a dex save to
okay.
take all or half
Oh,
of
shit.
that as well. So
I don't want to roll health for
Just use the
5
average.
nulls, so I'm gonna give average to the additional 2, and then just use the health that I rolled for the 3 in the last encounter. That's how this is gonna go.
We're also at 26 on time.
nice.
Okay.
So I just wrap up
What's that?
this explosive combat, and we'll be all good. That's what happens when you take your hand off the barrel.
Alright. So 8d6 is the damage you deal.
Oh, geez.
Actually, no, you go ahead, roll 8d6. Since you're the one lighting the bonfire.
Yeah, it's all right.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
A lot of ones, but
So that knoll is dead, and that one is dead, and that one is dead. So 2 of them are still up, but they both look terrible.
did you add my 6 in as well?
What's the extra 6 from?
The bonfire itself.
Oh, how big is it?
It's 5 foot square.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
assume if
that
they're
would
putting
hit all of them if they're putting their hands on it. Everyone except for the big guy. Because he took a couple steps away. So yeah, Only one of them is left alive. It's the big fella.
Nice.
And he's like, I knew it. And he like stumbles up to his feet, takes a couple more like staggered steps, and like throws his spear at he tries to throw it at Frank, since Frank was the mastermind of this deception.
Yeah. That's why I was perfectly fine just letting this go. So far, Frank's tricking well.
Frank's, he may not be too bright, but he's got an okay charisma score.
Yeah, I do not.
Well, yeah, I guess I haven't been making you use that. I'm like, yeah, they just go for it. Like,
Hey, gnolls are dumb. Even smart gnolls are dumb.
yeah, that's true. And you could do like an opposing charisma check, which they also don't have any charisma. So
Yeah, you know, if these were a little bit more intelligent creatures, I don't think Frank would have done so hot.
no, actually, never mind. He doesn't have a spear. I'm sorry. Yeah, the big guy's a little different. He yeah, he can move 30 feet and around. So he comes over and like uses his last ounce of strength to swing wildly at you.
Nice.
And let's see here. He actually swings at you twice with his sword and then tries to bite you.
That asshole.
Oh, don't let him do that.
Fuck. I don't think he lands with any of them. Well.
15 is my AC.
Yeah, he got a... One of them is actually a critical.
Ooh.
Oh, critical hit?
The other two completely miss, though.
This. Poopy head.
So he's gonna do a maximum damage, which is 8.
You said 8?
Yeah. And he, so he like swings wildly and misses, and then he comes over and tries to hit you again, and he like almost completely misses, but like he misses aiming for your body, and his sword sort of swings off to the side and hits your wrist. It deals 8 damage to you, and you drop your hammer.
Okay.
And then he tries to bite, but like he's so stumbly that like he just bites nothing at all as he stumbles to the ground.
That jerk.
And then, yeah. I'd say he's only got 4 health. And he just fell
Frank.
to the ground stumbling. So there's nobody. You would be the closest person. And he's got like nothing left.
You need to walk up and hug him in a harmful way.
Yeah, I'll just walk up and punch him. He's lying on the ground, you said, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you tell him you should have left his hand on the barrel. Just
Wow.
So that's a 23.
23 hits.
And my punch does exactly 4 damage.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he exactly dies. He had 4 health left.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Now, did we
You
get
just
any
like
else to
punch
play?
him in the back of the head, and like he was already motionless, like he had just fallen unconscious from exhaustion, and he's just dead now.
Mm.
And the other 2 guys get up,
Good.
and they like brush themselves off, and they're like, "Wow." One of them says, "I'm Grell. This is Locke."
I'm Frank. This is Sexstar.
Hello,
That's
Frank.
Malcolm.
So, we're usually combatants in this arena, but we're not really used to being forced to fight for gnolls.
Yeah, these guys are kind of
Nobody-
assholes.
You
Nobody.
you had us going there for a minute. Thought you were just gonna watch us fight.
We're not, you know, over the day, I think we're good people.
More or less.
You know,
We're not
I just
all-
want to hurt a bad guy and eat some food, maybe drink some drink.
Alright.
Simple folk.
So like, sounds like my kind of guy, and he like straightens himself up, and he's like, "Well, like I was saying, we're usually combatants in this arena, and well, the folk that come out here and throw money and roses at us, we appreciate them quite a lot. We're not about to let them fall to this menace. So we're going to be helping you." And they both like
That sounds
pick up their weapons and look like they're at the ready, and that's where we'll leave it, I think.
All right. I
Nice.
believe that leaves us
Sounds
with
like a good
about
plan to me.
23 gnolls left to go.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Progress, guys.
So yeah, we did good.
And we got 2 friends.
We got 2 friends.
Oh, hi, Mark.
So
Oh, hi,
far,
Mark.
so far we've gotten by with little, actual combat.
You know, you just gotta run your mouth a lot, and you'll be just fine.
Frank is just a criminal mastermind. I mean,
Yeah, no kidding. I'm okay with
Man.
this.
That was, yeah. I like the tactics there.
Yeah.
That
see,
should have been a much harder fight than it was.
It
You-
made
you
our
had,
outcome-
like, The 4 regular gnolls that were like the just like the ones you had fought before, and then that 5th bigger one. Yeah, that's just a thing that he can do whenever he feels like, those 3 attacks at a time.
Hmm.
So
that ass.
that would have been interesting.
we definitely came out ahead on our action economy then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That definitely was interesting still, though.
definitely. Resolving combat through
Whoa.
stupid plans and overly complicated schemes they can be really wildly entertaining.
Yeah.
Plus, we still have more barrels, so
We have 5 more
we got
barrels.
more things up.
who knows how many more times we can pull off this trick.
Yeah.
They're
Gnolls
smart, but they're
seem,
not that smart.
you know,
They're just smart enough that we can trick them.
yeah. Any dumber, and they would just be openly hostile.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
It's a fortuitous day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good session.
Mhm.
All right, come back Friday, and you'll get to see this guy here run some D&D. And let's see,
Yeah.
Chris, you're below me. You see Chris's new character,
Yeah.
and then who's over here, and then
The second best type
Dance.
of person in the world.
yeah,
Us-
and then Dan.
uh,
That'll be
Mhm.
entertaining.
Yep.
And then Tyler's down diagonally. So they got their character still. Chris has a new character.
Indeed.
So anyway, come check us out Friday. Come
We'll
check
see.
this game out again on Wednesday
Hmm.
or on YouTube. Whatever day it comes out on YouTube. Chris, what
Saturday.
day is that?
Saturday
What?
it will be on YouTube.
Saturday, YouTube.
And NetHack will be on YouTube on Sunday. And then we'll be playing another
Yes.
live session of that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Okay. Goodbye, friends.
See you all
Yeah.
soon.
Later.